ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground right here! Get on the ground! You! Burgundy shirt! Get on the ground! Over here!
Ever wondered what happens when a cop does something wrong and another cop steps up to stop it? It's undoubtedly an embarrassing moment for the cop caught by their colleagues. Witness this case of a female cop putting a male cop behind bars. Now let me take you back to July 26, 2021 in Orangeburg, South Carolina. It's a day that changed the life of a 58-year-old disabled man, Clarence Gailliard. Officer David Lance Dukes responded to a 911 call at Colton Village Townhomes. The report? A man with a gun, banging on windows and doors. Dukes, armed and ready, approached the scene. Body cam footage tells a shocking tale. As Dukes arrived, he didn't waste a second. Weapon drawn, he ordered two black males, Clarence Gailliard and his cousin Demario Julian, to hit the ground. Julian appeared confused at first, but he quickly did what the cop said, putting his hands up.
Right here! Get on the ground! You! Burgundy shirt! Get on the ground! Over here! On the ground! On the ground! Get on the ground! Do you not listen? Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! There's a gun behind me. There's a gun, I believe, behind me.
I ain't got no gun, nothing.
But for Gailliard, it was tougher. His leg had metal rods and pins from a bike accident. Slowly, he got down on his knees. The officer cuffed Gailliard and checked his pockets, just vodka, a phone, and coins. The officer asked, "Where's the gun?"
Hey, you got a gun on you, man?
No, I ain't got no gun.
I'm just
I don't
asking.
want no gun.
Things were tense, and a surprising twist was about to happen. After that, Duke and his cop buddies searched under a white truck and around bushes. But guess what? No gun. They only found a stick.
There it is. All right, that's what he had.
Wrapped in silver tape. Gailliard said he carried it to stay safe from suspicious stray dogs. Gailliard was finally allowed to stand up, but he was still in handcuffs. He told the officers that they had hurt his head, and he explained his disabilities that made him slower than his cousin. He made sure to talk directly to Officer Duke about it. After that, they took him to the emergency room for medical attention. Now, when Officer Dukes had to explain what happened to his supervisors, he didn't tell them the whole truth. He told Sergeant Aaron Mayer that they all just went to the ground, but he left out the part where he pushed Gailliard with his foot. Now, let's see what happened next. Later, in a written report, Duke changed his story. He claimed he just pushed Gailliard to the ground with his foot when he was close. But guess what? The body cam footage caught him in a lie. Turns out he kicked Mr. Gailliard in the neck. Now Duke's bad behavior didn't stop there. The body cam also caught Julian, Gailliard's cousin, asking for Duke's card, but Duke refused. Watch closely, and you can see Sergeant Pildor's disgust at Duke's actions. Believe it or not, in this situation, she's the real good cop. In another report by Officer Dion Hampton, he mentioned something big. When Miranda Rising was happening with Gailliard, Sergeant Polidor noticed Officer Dukes stomping on Gailliard's neck, not his back as initially thought. Hampton, after hearing this, grabbed a camera, took pictures of Gailliard's injuries and where it happened on the pavement. This twist reveals a lot about what went down. She wanted to make sure Gailliard was okay, so she asked Dukes and another officer if he needed medical help. Strangely, neither of them replied. So she took the initiative and walked over to check Gailliard's forehead. It had blood on it, a worrying sign. Later, she told Sergeant Mayer the truth. Dukes didn't just accidentally fall with Gailliard, he kicked Mr. Gailliard in the neck. Even though she knew she might be left out by others, Officer Polidor stuck to finding the truth. Eventually, several members of the department, including mayors and the advisory board, agreed that too much force was used. They called for an internal affairs investigation. Gailliard's attorney got into action. The outcome? Dukes got fired just 2 days after the incident. Not only that, he got arrested and faced charges for first-degree assault and battery. According to South Carolina law, if he's found guilty, he could spend up to 10 years in prison.